Imagine for a moment that your spirit body isn't just some formless cloud of energy, but rather a sacred structure, an ecosystem of divine order. What if it functions more like a beehive than we ever realized? Not metaphorically, but quite literally in the way it is organized, the way it processes experience, the way it protects, transforms, and serves its divine purpose. The spirit body as a beehive is not a whimsical comparison. It is a profound reflection of how your inner world is constructed to gather wisdom, preserve truth, and maintain energetic sovereignty. A beehive is one of nature's most advanced civilizations. Every aspect has a purpose. Every chamber, every bee, every vibration exists in harmony with the whole. The same can be said for your spirit body. Deep within, there's not just energy, but sacred structure, like hexagonal chambers forming honeycomb. The spirit body has compartments, not physical, but energetic, where memory, emotion, soul fragments, and divine insight are stored, each one buzzing with the hum of spiritual life. The spirit body is held together by geometry. Just as bees build their hive in perfect hexagons, the most efficient and balanced shape in nature, your energy body contains spiritual geometries, sacred patterns, encoded into your DNA and aura. These geometries guide your evolution, aligning your frequency with higher realms. When your life feels out of alignment, it's often because the geometry of your inner hive is distorted. Trauma becomes like clogged wax, blocking the flow of divine nectar. Healing melts the wax. Rebalancing clears the cells. Light returns. The hum resumes. At the center of every hive is the queen bee. In the spirit body, this is the higher self, the divine essence that doesn't move through the world chasing validation, but rather emits a frequency that orders everything around it. The queen doesn't control the hive. She, the hive. Her vibration determines its health. The same is true of your higher self. When you're in alignment with it, everything in your life organizes itself accordingly. You no longer chase, you attract. You no longer hustle, you magnetize. You no longer react, you create. The worker bees are the spiritual functions that support the hive. Your intuition, boundaries, creativity, empathy, ancestral wisdom, they are all bees, gathering nectar from life and bringing it back to be processed into honey. Each experience you have, each challenge you face, is like pollen. You gather it on your journey, but it must be transmuted before it becomes wisdom. That's what the bees do. They chew it, alchemize it, and store it in sacred chambers. The same process happens in your spirit. The raw nectar of your life must be digested by your inner bees before it becomes honey. The golden nectar of insight, resilience, and soul power. That honey is sacred. It's the record of your evolution. It holds the codes of your overcoming, the sweetness born from your surrender. And just like real honey, it never spoils. Once you transmute a lesson into truth, it becomes eternal. You can revisit it, feed others with it, even store it for lifetimes. Bees don't operate alone. They the hive. And your spirit body isn't a singular being either. It's a collective. You're the queen and the worker. You're the hum and the silence. You're the one gathering and the one resting. Your soul is multidimensional. Just as a hive operates as a single intelligence, your spirit body holds many layers of self that function as one. Inner child, higher self, shadow, ancestors, guides, all part of the same organism. Even the buzzing of bees is spiritual. Their hum is not just sound, it's resonance, it's frequency. It's the harmony of vibration that protects, informs, and heals. Your spirit body has a hum too. You feel it when you're at peace, when you're meditating, when you're walking in nature, and everything feels like it's singing with you. That's your inner hive resonating in harmony with God. Now, imagine what happens when your hive is attacked. Not by bears, but by emotional toxins, psychic vampires, abusive people, and unprocessed trauma. These are invaders, and the hive responds by sending bees to the breach. Your spirit does the same. Anxiety, anger, grief. These emotions aren't the enemy. They're your bees sounding the alarm. They swarm to defend the hive. But if you ignore them, repress them, or over-identify with them, you weaken the hive. The goal isn't to silence the bees. It's to understand what they're responding to, and then heal the crack. Seal it with spiritual propolis. Propolis is a sticky resin bees make to seal gaps and protect their home. Spiritually, this is your discernment, your boundaries, your rituals of cleansing and prayer. It's the daily decisions you make to keep your temple pure. You might call it spiritual hygiene. It's not about being perfect. It's about being intentional, about knowing what's allowed into your hive and what must be kept out. Without propolis, your hive becomes vulnerable, but with it, you are impenetrable. Some bees in the hive have a special job. They feed the queen something called royal jelly. It's richer, more nutrient-dense than the food given to other bees, and only those fed royal jelly become queens. In your life, divine favor is like royal jelly. There are moments when you're being fed something different, more intense, more sacred, more transforming. Those moments might feel isolating or even painful, but they are activating your queen. You are being prepared to lead your own hive from within. Royal jelly moments are initiations. You don't always know what's happening, but you feel it. You grow faster. You wake up deeper. You're not the same afterward. Sometimes a hive gets too full. Then, a phenomenon called swarming happens. The queen leaves with part of the hive to build a new colony. Spiritually, this is when your current identity can't contain your next level. You start to feel disconnected from your old life. Relationships fall away. Jobs lose their meaning. It feels like chaos, but it's really rebirth. You're swarming. You're leaving the old hive to form a new one. It can be scary, but it's necessary. Evolution requires departure, and the spirit body knows when it's time to fly. Bees dance to communicate. A waggle here, a turn there. They don't use words. They use vibration and movement. This is how your intuition speaks, not always in language, but in gut feelings, synchronicities, chills, visions. is your inner bee dance. When you get a feeling to go somewhere, to leave something behind, to rest, to speak truth, that's your spiritual body dancing to guide you. The more you listen, the clearer the dance becomes. Not every part of the hive is sweet. Some parts decay. Bees die. Chambers collapse. But the hive regenerates. Always. Your spirit body is self-healing. When given the right rest, intention, and nourishment, it will rebuild. Just like bees bring pollen and make something more than the sum of its parts, your pain and joy can come together to form something sacred. A wisdom that feeds others. A healing that lasts. A presence that blesses. This metaphor is more than poetic. It's cellular. The hexagon exists in your DNA. The hum exists in your voice. The honey exists in your story. The hive exists in your soul. You've been carrying it all along. If we extend this even further, we can understand how hives connect. Just as bees cross-pollinate flowers, you cross-pollinate people. Your energy leaves a trace. You activate others without even realizing it. Your presence becomes a vibrational transmission. This is why your healing matters. Because a healthy hive contributes to a healthy ecosystem. You are part of the collective pollination of the planet. Your transformation is never just about you. Some spiritual traditions believe that when bees disappear, the balance of the world is lost. Perhaps the same can be said of our spirit bodies. When we abandon them, when we numb, disconnect, or betray ourselves, the sacred order collapses. But when we return to the hive within, the world heals. The ancient Egyptians revered bees. They believed bees carried messages from the gods. That honey was the food of immortality. That bees connected the spiritual and earthly realms. The beehive was not a symbol. It was a portal, a temple of becoming, a library of divine sweetness. And so is your spirit body. You are not chaotic. You are not lost. You are a hive in the process of remembering its hum. Every lesson you transmute is a new cell in your honeycomb. Every boundary you hold is fresh propolis. Every truth you speak is royal jelly dripping into your destiny. You are the bee. You are the queen. You are the hum and the honey. You are the pollinator and the pollinated. You are the dance, the sting, the flight, and the return. You are not broken. You are becoming, and your hive is holy.